Mute. Testing, 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 testing. Doing a little mic check, and just need to check something here now. Your connection is unavailable. Please wait. Okay, now it went away, so I'm assuming I'm back now. I'm live, but I can't tell if I'm actually live, and I can't really hear myself. Okay, I can hear myself. All right, I can hear myself. Good. I don't know how it's going to be afterwards, but let's give it a go. So, what's going on, YouTubers? No, this is not pre-recorded. I'm actually live. I'm back doing a live stream, and I could have done it about 2 to 3 weeks ago, because the 3 months of me not be able to do any live streaming is over. Me being 3 months probation was over, so I'm back. So what I'm about to do is get to the show, but before I do, just want to say again, um, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Driller, and welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, where I'm going to give you the Impact Rebellion 2019 results. The show from April 28th, 2019. It was this past Sunday. It's now in the books of Impact Wrestling. And no, it's not called Beach. They're in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. They were at the Rebel Complex, and you have Don Callis and Josh Matthews as your commentators. So yeah, what I'm about to do is get to the show, folks. And before I do, I just want to say my apologies for not being able to do the review days ago. I was going to, but then, I didn't, I just didn't have time, basically, unfortunately. So let's do my absolute best to do right here, and that's basically it. So before I do, I just want to do something before I get to the actual show. First of all, let me first say that the opening overall good. I mean, the opening intro, I meant to say, was pretty good. The the um the stage itself, it looked cool, especially when we get the fans from different sides on stage, which was pretty cool too. So yeah, though, it was a nice touch that Impact Wrestling did. Hell, it beats our WrestleMania stage. That's all I'll say. For WrestleMania 35. So before I get to to the show, let me just do something here. Okay. Okay. Just making sure everything's all good. And yeah, it's good to be. By the way, folks, it's good to be back doing this live. Yeah, yeah, I miss this. So, but yeah, what was the opening show to start off Impact Wrestling? Was it gonna be the Scarlet Bordeaux and put more lightings now on me? So first of all, we aced Austin versus Eddie Williams, which I thought it was gonna be. Instead, they not only had Ace Austin, but they and not only also they have Pete Williams, but you also have Aiden Prince, Eddie Edwards, Jay Christ, and Jake Diener. Yes, basically we had two guys named Jake, but I think he's called cousin in this match because I think originally it was supposed to be Eddie Edwards and Eli Drake, well after the circumstances of Eli Drake, Tessa Blanchard, but he was uh, making some remarkable comments about intergender wrestling, so Impact Wrestling had to let him go because of that, and now here we are with Eddie Edwards, with nothing to do with him as well. So I think it would have been Ace Austin and P. Williams at the least. And based on what we had after this match too, I believe it was going to be Eli Drake and it was on the match on the show too. And then because get more that when we get to that one too. But besides that, match itself between Ace Austin and then P. Williams, it was a great opener. There was some great moves, great high flying. The scary part of this match though was Ace Austin getting a cutter by Jake Christ onto Ariel, and I'll get to another scary moment when we get to the main event. Once we get to that main event, I'll let you know about that situation. But yeah, or I think he was trying to go for the Canadian Destroyer onto Aiden Prince. I believe he was going to do. And I think he hit him with a move, but let me just double check. As I got my second note here. And there was no word of how long the match was. This whole six-pack scramble that they had. But so yeah, P. Williams went for the Canadian Destroyer onto. Okay, he attempted. So cousin Jake was attempted to do a powerbomb on P. Williams. P. Williams counter into the Canadian Destroyer, and that's where Ace Austin rolls up P. Williams, pulls the tights, and gets a 3 count in the win. So yeah, either way, for my prediction, folks, I predicted that Ace Austin was going to win, but I didn't predict that it's good. But yeah, I thought the opening match was good, and obviously with Ace Austin getting the win over P. Because I believe that was supposed to be the original match. If Eli Drake wasn't released, and then you put the whole thing with Eddie Edwards being added into the match along with Jake Chris from Ace Ace Alien Prince meant to say. So basically, they were all it was just a filler match for the four guys that were in there because because I believe it was originally supposed to be Ace Austin versus Petey Williams based on what they did last Friday on the Go Home show, you know. But but it was still a fun match for me to watch, and I'm pretty sure everyone else enjoyed it too. But yeah, like I said, there was no time on how long the match was, but if I can take a guess, probably was about close to 10 minutes to say the least. Well, but that's just my guess. Next match we get in front of the match. I went further down. My apologies. Before we get to the next match though, Josh Matthews and Don Callis, they started to launch their new streaming where it pertains to Impact Plus, which it sounds like almost like a global wrestling network type of thing. That's what they're going to be calling it. Impact Plus. Instead of calling it Global Wrestling Network. The GWN. But it's I'm cool with that. But they said something about the launch of May 1st, which is going to be called Code Red. So yeah, later on this month, we're gonna get Impact Wrestling and House of Glory. We're done presenting Code Red, and I cannot wait for that show, folks. Then we get to the next match, which I believe this next match was supposed to be Eli Drake versus Eddie Edwards, but due to the circumstances of Eli Drake being fired, the match was unfortunately was canceled, and instead they decided to do this whole thing where on commentary that the Hit Squad they said that the whole smoke show, the live smoke show that Scarpado was going to host was not going to take place, and instead, um, Rohit Raju is going to be wrestling against Scarlett Bordeaux. So yeah, we get Rohit Raju being accompanied by Raj Singh and Gama Singh as Rohit Raju goes up against Scarlett Bordeaux being accompanied by Falaba. So it was all right, you know. Scarlett Bordeaux, it was all about her highlights, obviously, and Rohit Raju, um, he was all right in the match too, by the way. Um, I mean, I can understand why he didn't want to wrestle against a woman in the match, but it's whatever. It is what it is. At least Rajul is going to do something that Eli Drake couldn't do, and that's get in the ring and wrestle with a woman, and don't criticize women or make comments about intergender wrestling. Rohit Rajul is doing the job. Not against Eli Drake and all that, but at the same time, you know, yeah, I don't know what to say after that. Anyways, so match itself, like I said, it was decent. It was alright. Um, he did get some involvements of Raj Singh, pertains to Scarborough. Scarborough gets the win over Rohit Rajul, but only because the referee was getting distracted for Scarborough with a low blow to Rohit Rajul, and instead he got kicked in the balls by Scarborough because the referee was distracted because of Falaba and everything, and then she goes for her cradle back to belly driver and gets a 3 count and folds him up for the 3 count in the win. So your winner, Scarlett Bordeaux. Like I said, match was alright. Nothing to say about the match itself, but I thought it was alright. Then we get to the 6-man tag team match. You got the North, which is the walking weapon Josh Alexander, and the All Ego, Ethan Page and their tag team partner, Moose. Goes, which is Trey, Dez, and Wentz. In the 6-man tag team match, like I said, lasted in 9 minutes and 30 seconds. And match itself, I thought it was pretty solid, pretty good, solid match. And coming to the match though, folks, I knew that when I said my predictions, I knew that the Wrestlers wasn't going to win, and sure enough, I was right. But they did held their own in the match against the North and Moose in the match. But there was also especially with potential athletes. There was a lot of highlights in this match. It was pretty insane. Like the whole thing with Wentz doing the backflip and then Des pushes him off on um I think it was on the North and also I think on Moose. Basically on either all three of them or on the North team basically. So um you have Wentz who ends up getting destroyed. But was it Wentz? No, I'm sorry. It was Dez. My apologies. Um, Basically they took care of Trey and they took care of Wentz and then Des was on his own. The North did their assistive spinebuster and then picks him up and then Moose goes for the spear and gets a 3 count to win. So obviously I was right about my predictions for that one, that the North and Moose wins the match against the Rascals. But again, match itself was pretty solid. It was another highlight. Uh, we get Melissa Santos, Trash World Champion from Trash Town, USA, California. Johnny B. Trash. And his wife, the Impact Knockouts champion, Taya Valkyrie. So they cut a promo. Basically, Taya cuts a promo about Jordan Grace. And then Johnny B. Trash cuts a promo about Brian Cage. And basically, they're on trying to, tell Melissa Santos how to do her job and everything. And Melissa Santos wasn't having any of it. Which is, oh, well, I do appreciate bringing out backstage interviewers to stand up for themselves. Give me one moment, folks. Can I see something here? I apologize. Let me just see something here. Okay. So as I was saying, my apologies. So as I was saying, I thought Taya Valkyrie's promo was alright, but Johnny B Trash, it was B Trash promo. What else is there to say about Johnny B Trash? Just saying. So here, wrong with this next match. It's Wella Loca, who is the Impact Knockouts champion, Taya Valkyrie, defending her Knockouts championship against the Dick Mama Pump, Jordan Grace, the challenger. The match lasted 9 minutes, and match itself, I thought it was pretty solid too. Pretty solid match between the two. But my expectation for this match was for Jordan Grace to end up leaving as the new Knockouts champion, because I can't stand Taya Valkyrie as Knockouts champion anymore. She's not bringing nothing to the table what pertains to her being Knockouts champion. They had with Tessa Blanchard, that I think it was a street fight match they had with all weapons. I thought that match was good, and she brought her end game in that match. Ever since then, it went all downhill from there. Because Taya Valkyrie, she doesn't care, because she's married to a man who that Impact Wrestling sees as the face of the company, and Johnny B. Trash. And match itself, I guess it was pretty solid. Back post by Jordan Grace, because Jordan Grace, I guess that's her thing. Center. I gotta watch some other matches that she had before she came to Impact Wrestling to see if she does for her having her do that in the first place. I'm just saying. But she's not a heel. She's a babyface. So it makes no sense for her to ram her opponent into the ring post as a babyface. To me, that's a heel move. It makes no sense. But whatever, right? What do I know? They're booking her, not me. But in my opinion, that it's stupid. But anyway, but Taya Valkyrie was targeting the arm of Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace, at one point, she wasn't doing the best job of selling it at one point, but then she starts selling it later on. And then she sells it at the beginning, at the end of the match here, where they in the face, plenty of times. Jordan tried to go for a finishing move, but she couldn't do it because her arm was hurting. Because that was just the selling of the match here, is that her arm was being damaged by Taya Valkyrie. So Taya Valkyrie goes for her finishing move, the Road to Valhalla. I said to myself, no, that can't be over. And she goes for the cover, and she gets 3 count in the win. And immediately when she did that, I was like, "Fuck you!" I was legitimately pissed off that she. Yeah, sure, her arm, for being damaged, is one way to protect her. She didn't go into the ring post. It's like she went to the ring post. Taya Valkyrie went to the ring post earlier on that. Why was she saying how bad she was hurt? Unbelievable. But I did enjoy Jordan Grace's muscle buster though. It was pretty. But at the same time, she should have won when that move though. That should have been it. But no, Taya Valkyrie, she kept out, and then she ends up winning at the end of the day. Unfucking believable. Yeah, she could tell on her to win, and it was probably and it was a good reason why she won too, because it basically sets up what happened later on where pertains to trying to beat Trash in his match. We'll get to that match later on, and I thought it was a good promo. There was some other promos too later on the show as well, like Sami Callihan, the way he cut his promo. I thought it was pretty good and pretty intense. And I don't remember who else cut a promo. I think it was Brian Cage who also cut a promo too. You know that. And yeah, but yeah, the X Division Championship, which is under OVE rules, which means no rules, folks. So we get the Death Machine, Sami Callihan versus the Impact Home Show, where Rich Swann said he wants this match to be OVE rules, I guess. the feel right, feeling the feel right at home or something like that. That may be the one part I may have missed or mentioned to that on the go home segment, or maybe he was requesting Sammy Callahan's decision. I mean, basically requesting Sammy Callahan requesting response stipulation from the home show, and he replied by showing up on the show to. So as we get to the match, Rich Swann, he was not about dancing, he was not about having fun, he was all serious. He gets in the ring, you get to Sammy Callahan and Rich Swann going right at it. And they were showing how bitter, how aggressive, how serious, and how personal this has become. You know, and I just enjoyed this match for what it was too. It was kickouts for one another. This match was like barbed wire, but I don't understand why it had to be fake. It looked fake. Based on if you've seen the pay per view, you know what I'm talking about. When you see the but anyways, so Rich Swann. Oh yeah, also they had Legos in there too. I forgot about the Legos. They had Legos, literally Legos. In that Sammy Callahan set up in the ring, and Rich Swann went for Sammy Callahan trying to power drive onto the Legos, but Sammy Callahan, um, I mean, Rich Swann countered the move. My apologies, with the Hurricanrana onto the Legos, and Sammy Callahan was feeling the effects of that. To the face of Swan, goes for a super power driver onto the Legos, and Rich Swann still kicked out. And like, what? Like, holy shit! Like, this is. Or I was enjoying the match, folks. That was my reaction was me enjoying the match. Like, oh, it's shut. Like, so Sammy Callahan, he pulls out the baseball bat with barbed wire. Rich Swann spits in his face. And by the way, they did some disgusting things with pertains to the loogies and whatever. And like, I didn't want to talk about that, but now that I think about that, oh my god. But Sammy got blasted by Rich Swann in the face, and then he missed the baseball bat, to go for the crossface, and Sammy Callahan had no choice but to tap out. So I was wrong with Callahan not winning the match, but I still enjoyed the match for what it was. I wasn't upset. I was still enjoying the match, and then at the end of the day, it was 20 seconds. That's how long it lasted. Impact Wrestling announcing that they're gonna be in New York City, which by the way, Metro Ballroom is in Queens, New York, not New York City. Be on June 6th and 7th for the tapings. So good. That's good. They're going back there, but at the same time, they got to start calling New York City. Melrose Ballroom is not located in New York City. It's located in Queens, New York. New York City is Manhattan, New York. Anyways, Tessa Blanchard cuts a promo about Gail Kim. I thought it was a very good promo that she was coming to. Where pertains to Gail Kim's going to teach her respect and everything, and then all of a sudden, Tully Blanchard shows up to wish her daughter good luck, and she's Gail Kim's respect and that's and everything, and I'm like, wow, that was awesome. So we get to the match. We get to Tessa Blanchard versus coming out of retirement, Gail Kim. We had Gail Kim, but I had my high expectations for this match between Tessa. Let's get to the match. Oh, before we do, I gotta mention one thing. Tessa Blanchard's I think it was her vest or her wrestling tights that she was wearing. In the back it says Tessa Blanchard uh Enterprise. Yeah, Tessa Blanchard Enterprise. Just like what we're Tully Blanchard back in the 80s, where in his tights it says Tully Blanchard's Enterprise. So Tessa Blanchard is doing a tribute to her dad for this one. So basically, for the ring gear. So yeah. Now remember now it was the ring gear. But yeah, but Tessa Blanchard versus Gail Kim, 13 minutes and 10 seconds, and this match, folks, was good. Other than that one spot that Tessa Blanchard kind of botched. Well, actually, she did kind of botch. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. But But other than that one move that she that botched, because she was late to fit into Gilkin's swinging kick from she still looked like she could come out of retirement and just keep doing what she can do in Impact Wrestling, and that's the match that Gil Kim had with Tessa Blanchard, and I couldn't be more happier to see Gil Kim back in the ring. More happier than seeing Undertaker back in the ring. just saying. But yeah, the match itself, I was enjoying this match, folks. These two were going at each other back and forth and all that. They were showing how much they hate each other, how much they loathe each other, how this become personal for one another. And then in the end, the buzzsaw cutter. I mean the buzzsaw DDT, meant to say. But instead, she went for the diving codebreaker. Gil Kim and Master kicked out of it though, and then Spencer rose right over her into the crossface. Gil Kim tried to get out of it, and then Gil Kim again trying to get to the ropes, but as Gil Kim rose into the center of the ring, Tessa Blanchard still had her locked in, or I think it was Tessa Blanchard who rose through into the center of the ring so that Gil Kim could get the ropes wherever. And Gil Kim, I never thought I'd ever see this from Gil Kim, where it pertains to Tessa Blanchard. And like, wow. And then I'm like, wow, this match was so good. Gil Kim put over Tessa Blanchard. I wanted Tessa Blanchard to go over anyways, because Gil Kim, if she's going to come out of retirement, she's got to put someone over. And sure enough, Tessa Blanchard ends up going over. Unlike a certain Madison Rayne couldn't put anyone over. Okay, maybe other than Jordan Grace and Su Yung, but besides those two, Tessa Blanchard, she needed to win more than Madison Rayne. But Gil Kim, yeah, she gets it. After the match, Telly Blanchard tells Tessa to get into the ring over to Gil Kim, I guess to show respect, whatever. So she gets in the ring. She looks, she's I believe it was Tessa who put her hand out first for a handshake, and then Gil Kim shakes hands. Well, either way, they shook hands, they hugged, and Gil Kim was holding on to, basically doing the Triple H by, after you shake hands, you hugging, and then you start putting your head onto your head on your opponent's head, whatever, and I love you, remember that. I'm not saying she loved her, that she loved her. She said that she love you, but that's what it seems like it was going to do. Like they're about to agree to make out, whatever. Not just kidding. But I need to get my head out of the gutter. But yeah, basically when I saw Gil Kim do that, it reminds me of what Triple H have been doing in WWE as well, with Ric Flair, with Shawn Michaels, where it tends to hugging them and then doing this to the heads, putting the heads onto the close to their heads and everything. Yeah. So Gil Kim puts over to Tessa Blanchard, and that was it. And Tessa Blanchard leaves, and then she lets Gil Kim have the ring, and then Gil Kim was getting a standing ovation from the fans in Toronto or Canada, and I'm like, great. And I think that's it for Gil Kim. I think she came out just for that one match, and that was it. So it was in that one match, it was to pull over Tessa Blanchard to say doesn't go to WWE when her contract is up for Impact Wrestling. Because when Gil Kim put her over by and her commentators saying that Gil Kim passed the torch to Tessa Blanchard, I want Tessa Blanchard to be the one to carry the torch from the Knockouts division of Impact Wrestling. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, look like they're not doing anything with Kiera Hogan. I want Kiera Hogan to be be something in the Knockouts division too for Impact Wrestling. But the problem is the way they've been booking her for for a year now, and just the way they presented her on Impact Wrestling, they don't see her anything special on Impact Wrestling, and I don't get it. I don't understand that. I don't understand why, but it just pisses me off that they're not giving Kiera Hogan that chance. I'm not saying that Tessa Blanchard doesn't deserve it. She does deserve it. She has worked her out from other wrestling organizations she's been in, even her brief time in WWE. even though she wasn't raised officially signed with them, but she wrestled there a few times, you know. But she's earned it, and I want Kiera Hogan with all the bullshit they begin to her for her to earn for her to get the same respect too. But we'll see. But right now, Tessa Blanchard, give her the ball to run with it, and have her. All right, folks. Now we get to the Impact World Heavyweight Championship, and thinking to yourselves, well, what about the Full Metal Mayhem match for the Impact World Tag Team Championships? I was saying the same thing too, because they decided to save that match for the main event and decided to open this match. So yeah, so the next match is the Impact World Championship, which lasted 13 minutes, and we got the challenger Brian Cage versus the man from Trash Town, USA, California. He is the B Trash World Champion, Johnny B Trash, being accompanied by Johnny E. Bravo and Ty Valkyrie. So yeah, so Johnny B Trash comes out. I want to be I don't want to be a Hollywood star. I want to be a Johnnywood star in my own universe. And look at also star for my own Walk of Fame, or should I say, the Walk of Shame, or the trash of fame. This guy's he's B Trash. That's that's Johnny Impact. He's Johnny B Trash. So here we go. Raw for this match, right? My expectation what I'm going to do in this match with him be the special guest referee. Was he going to screw over Brian Cage, or was Brian Cage going to overcome the odds when it pertains to some outside interferences, and for Giant, be trash trying to cheat whoever? Well, we did have some some cheating going involved, especially when it pertains to Lance Storm taking some referee bumps. Yeah, and he took a nasty one too, by the way. But so we could get that out of the way. So so that means Impact Wrestling is safe from not being called B Trash Wrestling. But as far as the match itself, it started pretty good. Brian Cage went right there trying to be trash, meant to say, and they were going all at it too, and all. From the I guess for the first 5 minutes, it was all good, and all of a sudden something went downhill from there. So Johnny B Trash, he did the Spanish Fly to Brian Cage off of the stage onto the move itself. The move itself looked amazing. The problem is, Johnny B Trash was talking to Lamb Storm, and you could see the camera focusing on Johnny B Trash for that. And I said to myself, why would the camera man do that? Why would someone thought that'd be a good idea to zoom into Johnny B Trash to talking to Lamb Storm? Look like he had a discussion with something, that like one point where Johnny B Trash needs Brian Cage to the guardrail, and Brian Cage ends up bleeding because of that. But I'm still trying to figure out what's going on here, like because I didn't know at the time. But I'll let you know what at he's basically calling out Brian Cage for what what to do next and everything. And you could visibly see it. You could clearly see Johnny B Trash is doing that. And the camera for some reason pans to Johnny B Trash. Look doing this. Hey, Brian Cage. Blah, 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 blah. What were you saying? Like, what the fuck is this? So all of a sudden, the referee bump. And we get Johnny Bravo getting involved for the match. Brian Cage takes session for a little bit. Ty Valkyrie gets involved a little bit as well. And from there, that's where it becomes a big trash clusterfuck of a match. And then like I said, Lance Storm got a referee bump because here's the thing, the championship belt. Because this match was ends up being the complete shits, where I'm like, what the fuck is this? and they brought in a chair and they set up a table outside the ring too. Like how's Lance Storm allowing this to happen? And I'm like, oh my god, this was Brian Cage. Um, so I'm trying to remember how it happened as I go through this right now. So, oh yeah, I think it was when oh yeah, so Johnny B. Trash was trying to hit Lance Storm with the belt, but hit Brian, but he ducked and then hit Brian, and Brian Cage got hit with the belt. And then Taya pulls out, is trying to drag out Lance Storm, only for Giant Impact to drop kick him out of the ring, and that's when Lance Storm took a nasty bump outside the ring. The way he did it 2x. Lance Storm looked like he could still go 2x. So Impact gets the belt. Johnny B. Trash. He gets the belt. He's going to hit Brian Cage with, but then he tosses the belt to Taya, and lays down like he's basically doing the whole oh I'm knocked out bump. Basically stealing Eddie Guerrero's spot. So Brian Cage goes after Taya, and he gives her a power bomb. The whole thing was a mess, folks. I was not. I was hating this. I was legitimately hating this. So Impact gets back, beat trash, man. Hits Brian Cage with a belt. And I asked myself, well, you already did that already. And then Johnny Bravo reveals he's wearing a referee shirt. And then Johnny B. Trash, he botches the Starship Pain. Brian Cage kicks out of it. Johnny Bravo was like, I'm kick to Johnny E. Bravo, and he's going to call for the bell. But then Brian Cage is like, no, I'm going to end this, that, right? So Brian Cage goes for the bicycle kick and goes for the drill claw, and he hit one of the worst drill claws I ever seen. And there's a reason why too, by the way, folks. At the find out what happened later on, it's the reason why he didn't hit the drill claw 100%. But he hits it, and he's the winner, and your new Impact World Champion. All I can say is thank God he's the new Impact World Champion, because he's celebrating. Also, I see Johnny B. Trash leaving the ring, and he starts running away to the back. Like, what the fuck is this? You couldn't just roll out of the ring and stay outside, at ringside, lay it out, that. No, you had to immediately just go back there after you took a drill claw, and that makes no sense either because you lost the belt. You lost the belt. Makes no fucking sense. This folks, I hated this match. Of all the matches on the show, this was the match that I hated the most. So Brian Cage is celebrating, and all of a sudden we hear a music, and I hear some songs in the music too as well. And out comes Big Michael Elgin. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Michael Elgin is in Impact Wrestling? Holy shit. So Michael Elgin comes out. He confronts Johnny, not Johnny B. Trash, thank God, by the way. But he confronts, Michael Elgin confronts Brian Cage, and Brian Cage and Michael Elgin are having a stare down. Future match right there, folks. But I don't know for sure based on what happened with Brian Cage. But then also in Elgin, he goes for his spinning. I don't remember how he did. Oh yeah, his spinning back fist, and then he goes for the Elgin bomb, which is a spinning power bomb, but he calls it the Elgin bomb. Excuse me. And he holds up the belt, and he wants that belt. So yeah, Michael Elgin is in Impact Wrestling. Like, wow, what a way to make your debut! And that's a cool theme song too. I gotta find out who sings that song, and I gotta find out this song. I gotta find out this song too, man. I want to listen to it. All right, now let's get to the one thing I need to talk about. So after the show went off the air, reports that Brian Cage was rushed to a hospital because of a back injury, and it was because of the move that Johnny B. Trash did to Brian Cage on the outside, the Spanish Fly off the stage or onto the at ringside. That's where the whole thing happened. Where at from that aftermath, the whole match ends up being what it was because Brian Cage was not 100%, and which is why the drill claw he did was not 100% good either. Brian Cage was going through a back injury. Had a serious back injury. I don't know how legit it is. I'll find out when I get a chance to watch Impact Wrestling later on tonight, and we'll find out the full story of it because I don't want to read any spoilers because I'm assuming they're gonna mention that on the show, and because on the show is tapes of May, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So um so I don't know the full details of him being out. I don't know if he's gonna be out. Maybe he's gonna fight through it, but I don't know if he is on that. But yeah, Brian Cage is going through that right now. Back injury. Hope it's not too serious. Hope it doesn't lead to any back surgery. But all we can do is hope and wish Brian Cage the best of luck and give him a lot. And and he became and he just won the belt this past Sunday. I think the best thing they can do is that they got to have him drop the belt, have him surrender the belt, and he was a terrible champion. Moose was right all along. Moose, was right all along. Giant Impact is the worst thing. All right, before we get to the main event match, they announced Slammiversary is going to be in Dallas, Texas. It will take place at July 7th. So yes, Slammiversary is coming back, folks. Can't wait. That's gonna be that show's gonna be pretty amazing. I know it's gonna be, and it's Texas. So there you go. Now we get to the main event, which by the way, after that, LAX, Ortiz and Santana being accompanied by Conan going up against the Lucha Brothers, Phoenix and Pentagon Jr., what pertains to them being the Impact World Tag Team Champion for the Impact World Tag Team Championship. Excuse me. It lasted 20 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, this match, it lived up to its full expectation, what pertains to Full Metal Mayhem. You got tables involved, you got chairs involved, especially chairs. You have a ladder in there. It wasn't used as a weapon that much, but and by the way, they brought thumbtacks, having a war against each other in this match, which I expected, and that was my high expectation for this match too. The great moment to talk about too was Phoenix. Um, he went for a Spanish Fly. And, again, another thing. So a Spanish Fly through a table. From that was set from the outside basically. Basically on the ramp basically, but basically the ramp is connected to the ring too. By the way, I just need to bring that up. But a Spanish Fly by Phoenix to Ortiz. And where it looked like that Phoenix almost basically looked like he landed right on top of his head. That was a scary moment right there. Like, oh my god, like holy shit, hope Phoenix is okay. And lucky he was. Thank God he was all right. But so that he was out. Pentagon Jr. He has some trash can lids. Hey, Santana. He goes for this Pentagon driver onto the chair. Santana's kicked out of it though, and then Santana gets a handful of attacks and tosses into goes to the top of the ladder. Pentagon Jr. beats him up there. Pentagon and Santana starts fighting, and then Ortiz comes in. He basically cuts off Pentagon Jr. Santana stabs him with a fork. By the way, I found as one thing to mention too. By the way, there was also a fork involved. by LAX, obviously. LAX brought the forks in, and then Ortiz goes for the super bomb. Well, LAX goes for the super bomb off the ladder to Pentagon Jr. to a table with thumbtacks on there, and they get the jerk, and I think it was Santana who got the pinfall onto Pentagon Jr. and gets the 3 count in the win, and your winners and new Impact World Tag Team Champions, LAX. Hasta la muerte, man, fun match, incredible match, a car wreck of a match. It was awesome. What a way to close the match. Conan just once and for all, and that's exactly what they did. They held and everything, and they basically ended everything. And then we get some, get the, not a lot of them, but a few of the Impact rosters coming out to celebrate. Even a former Impact knockouts, Taylor Wilde, she was out there. Wow. So let me get straight. You got Taylor Wilde out there. You got you got Eddie Edwards out there. You got the Rascals out there. You got Scarbado, Falaba. You got a few others in there, but you don't got Kara Hogan out there either. I mean, Kara Hogan, she's part of Impact Wrestling too. She's not. You can't have her be there too. I don't know what's going on with. I don't know what's going on with Impact Wrestling the way they're treating Kara Hogan. Hell, even Alicia Edwards wasn't even there. But whatever, right? But Lucha Bros leaves the ring, and that was it. LX was celebrating in the ring as Impact tag team champions again. This is I believe this is their 3rd time so far they've been champions, or 4 times. But either way, LAX, they're the future tag teams, for Impact Wrestling, and they are the future of LAX. Now here's the thing with the Lucha Brothers. Now, the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. I think this was the last night. This is coming from this is my opinion. This is what I think. I think this is it for Lucha Brothers here on Impact Wrestling. Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. are, I think this was their last night, and Phoenix go out the door of Impact Wrestling. And well, all I can say is what a way to go out. What a way to go out. The Lucha Brothers are going to be doing better things right now for AEW. If this is their last night on the show here, all I can say is say thank you to the Lucha Brothers, thank you to Phoenix, thank you to Pentagon Jr., thank you for your times for entertaining me, not just for Lucha Underground, but also on Impact Wrestling. For a year basically, they've been there, and they really shook things off on Impact Wrestling, and now they're gonna do. Yeah, there you go. I got nothing to say about that. But it was good. It was a good match, and like I said, what a way to go out too. So there you go, folks. That was Impact Wrestling, Rebellion 2019. Now, before I get to my overall show rating, I gotta talk about one thing. Just give me one moment. I gotta pull it out. I gotta remember this show. So just give me one moment. I gotta remember where the categories that I always say will be to it. So give me one moment. All right. Okay. So moment of the night, Michael Elgin making his Impact Wrestling debut. And he did it at Impact Rebellion. Entrance of the night, I'm gonna go with the Lucha Brothers with the rotates to their ring attire. I mean, Brian Cage and the Lucha Brothers, their entrance of their ring attire, I thought was good. Move of the night. Move of the night. If I had to say move of the night, I gotta go with the Codebreaker off the top rope by Tessa Blanchard to Gail Kim. I thought that was move of the night. Finisher of the night. Finish on the night. Let's see. I can't go over Brian Cage's drill claw because it wasn't the best. Oh yeah, I gotta go with Scarbado's what was the move? What was the move called again that she did? Finishing moves because I don't know if that's really her finishing move. Um, but before for retention finishing moves, I'm gonna go with Moose because he did his finishing move in the match. Moose's spear. Performance of the night. If I had to choose performance of the night with pertains to who out who outshine everyone on the show here, I gotta think of someone who on the show that I thought was performance of the night. I'll tell you one thing, it's not Johnny B. Trash. I'll tell you that for one. It's not him. Performance of the night. Tessa Blanchard. I'll go with her. Besides that one spot that she messed up, from the outside. But yeah, I'm gonna go to Tessa Blanchard. She really I thought she performed very well and on the pay per view. And finally, match of the night, Full Metal Mayhem. Obviously, that match was off the charts. But then again, you also got that Tessa Blanchard and Gail Kim match that was pretty good. And they got the Sammy Callahan and Rich Swann match. I thought that was pretty good too. So if I had to go match of the night for all of those three, that made me go wow, basically, oh my god, that thing made me go crazy. Um, yeah, Full Metal Mayhem did do that. I would given second thoughts for Sammy Callahan versus Rich Swann for the X Division Championship. There with Phoenix. Yeah, that I'm gonna go that match. So that's to me my match of the night. And there you go. And as far as my overall rating for the show, for Impact Rebellion, from April 28th, 2019, show itself, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. It delivered. I thought it delivered. Besides that World Championship match, that I thought it was a fail. You know, not just because Brian Cage got hurt, but because Johnny Trash was visibly showing himself, talking to Brian Cage, talking to Lance Storm, doing all that. Like that's terrible psychology, and that's terrible. It was just terrible. So there you go. So yeah, I'm gonna go 8.5 out of 10. And that being said, folks, I'm done. Thank you all for watching, and I'm back doing live shows now on YouTube. You know, that'll be for next week. But as right at this one, I'm gonna go back to doing pre-recording, and then pretty soon I'll be doing more pre-recordings related to past um wrestling reviews I need to do, which is from last year that I need to cover because I really need to get to that. So, for that being said, folks, thank you for watching. And before I sign off, I'm gonna just get to it. One Thriller saying peace on the streets. Take care. Oh, by the way, John combination. Hey, sorry I didn't see your chat. Okay, now it shows it. Yeah. So, John combination. Hey, and bye. Again, Natural Born Thriller. Peace on the streets.